After spending a pleasant night at the Prince Alfred Hamlet Country Lodge, which was really enjoyable, slept very well, spent the night in the pub, having a few drinks, ate supper at the pub too, and we watched a bit of soccer on the big screen, which made the evening very pleasant, and we had a great sleep. It was time to leave Prince Alfred Hamlet, and it was a wonderful stay we had here. The nice thing about this whole town for me was the cars that hoot the whole day long. It really just creates a great atmosphere, which I mentioned in the previous video. As you guys can see on the left-hand signboard coming up here, this actually describes this part of the world perfectly if you read the signboard that we're just passing. Yeah, our first town that we were going to come across was Ceres, which is basically almost, I'd say, about 10 kilometers from Hamlet. It doesn't even feel like you're leaving Hamlet, and then Ceres is on you. Ceres is well known for its deciduous fruits and vegetables, basically. Not much vegetables, I'm not too sure, but I think mostly fruit. And the strange thing is, it's one of the oldest farming areas in South Africa, and the first inhabitants, I think, was the San and Khoi people, while the Europeans only came later. The farming that was initially started there was mostly for cattle and stock farming, where fruits and that started later, and now fruits and that really dominates. One can actually see as we're traveling through the town, you see these areas on the left and right of us, so much pallet, so much containers and crates. Just gives you an idea of what's happening in this town. It is really a massive industry. The other thing about Ceres, it's actually the surrounding town of Woolsley, Tilbach, Op die Berg, and Prince Alfred Hamlet. So it's like one of the main hubs. And also for me, it has a special place in my heart. I went to school here, and I spent most of my childhood here, my teenage years, and finished my matric here. So I've got very fond memories of this place, and it was really an eye-opener to come back to this town after so long. I think when I left this town, there was only one garage, and I'm sure you can see on this video, just the part of town that I drove in, there was 4 fuel stations. As we left the town, we went through Mitchell's Pass. I think it's called Mitchell's Pass, yes. And the nice thing about this pass is I remember it from the early days when we lived in Ceres. This pass used to actually be half the size of what it is today. So it actually looks very nice to drive on it. And the unique thing that one will always notice about Ceres is actually these rock formations. Ceres is actually situated in the middle of a crater. So it was hit by an asteroid sometime in a long time ago, and every now and then I remember when I used to stay in Ceres, we actually got a few earthquakes in between. So I don't know if it is still like that there, but it's actually one of the things that actually stand out. As you make your way down this winding pass, right, one will actually see there's actually a lot of new tourism stuff, tourism places that is actually opened along this pass. And at the end of this pass, even before this pass, I saw something with zip lining, which looked very interesting. And here at the end, they looked like basically padstalletjies, or what you'd call little farm stalls or little restaurants. And one will actually be able to see the signage to Wolseley Tilbach, which if you carry on straight, then you basically, I think, maybe 15 to 20 kilometers from Wolseley, and then a few more to Tilbach. But we will actually be turning to our left and going through to Worcester, which is actually almost like the capital of the Boerland, and it's actually where all basically the winelands of the Boerland is in this area.
So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground inside.
After Worcester, we found ourselves in Robertson, which should be the next town after Worcester. That's also basically a town where I see there's a lot of wine farms around it, and also, strangely enough, I saw a lot of brandy places in Robertson. We decided here to actually enjoy breakfast, not actually fill up with petrol. We were actually looking for a restaurant, and we saw this nice place in the sun over here next to the garage. It's like the grass and everything, with a quick, almost like a quick shop where you can actually get a quick breakfast on the run or go and so on. So we thought we're just going to actually sit outside in the sun and enjoy a bit of breakfast and contemplate on our weekend that just passed. And we're still about at least 200 kilometers from home, or about 250, around about there from home. So it's still quite a while to go. So just getting a bit of energy into our bodies and preparing for the next and the last part of the road. You'll actually hear me doing some whispering sometimes during this voiceover, because normally I work very late at night to do these voiceovers, but lately our load shedding again in South Africa has become so bad this last week or so, and this morning I think our electricity was off from 2 in the morning till 6, and then from 6 I have to do actually some work and so on, and then the house gets busy, and it's pretty difficult to do all these voiceovers, and I'm actually running late with these videos. So after breakfast, we were pretty well rested out, because I think we actually sat here for about 30 minutes enjoying. We didn't rush it, and it was really nice sitting in the sun and just warming up a bit. And then we were ready to hit the road again. The next town was also basically, I'd say, about 10 kilometers away. It was Ashton, town known for its fruit canning and vegetable canning. Plants are there. It's normally very busy during the weekdays with trucks. And from Ashton, then you actually get an option of turning right into Swellendam, or going straight to Montague, which is what we plan to do. To get home, we have to go through Montague, and Montague is basically almost the last town in the Boland, but it's actually in the Karoo. So it's got a bit of everything for me. It feels like both, and it's got very nice sweet wines there and very nice holiday places and tourism spots there to actually go visit. And this Robertson area is actually an area that me and my wife actually want to come explore one of these days. They've got some nice off-road trails here too, so we actually want to come enjoy the wine and actually spend some time here. But that's why I haven't really spent much time with footage of these next few towns, as that will come in a later stage.
So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world but keep the sky on your mind.
after we left Montague here, we're on our way out of Montague. One can actually start seeing how as you gradually ride further on into the Karoo, how the green starts changing to a more shrubbier, browner color. But the mountains are still there, and the scenery is beautiful in its own way. We decided to stop at the next town, which is about 60 kilometers away from Montague. That's Barrydale, where we came across a bunch of Harley-Davidson motorcycles pulling in. And I thought I'd just leave the sound on for you guys, because I don't think the video sound does it justice, but it's so, I always like it when it's like Harleys in town or anything, and the sound is so overwhelming. It's actually nice. After filling up at Barrydale, we went further on past Ladysmith, and I decided to end the video here at Huysmansrivier's Pass, where we had started the whole epic journey trip on that first day. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and be sure to follow us on our next trip, which will be to the Aberdeen in the Eastern Cape, where a lot of things do happen on that trip, and we should have those videos out within the next few days. Well guys, and feel free to please leave a comment or a like, or just let us know what you ride, where you ride, what country it is, if you're from South Africa, what area you're in South Africa. Just please feel free to leave a comment or anything. It's always nice to hear who's watching our channels and what you think and what you feel.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Come one in a dozen, the other 11 give something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be yours. One day I'll be yours. Life lessons come one in a dozen, the other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen, the other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen, the other 11 give something from nothing. Life changes just open the door. One thing's certain, I'll always be yours.